Welcome back to Factorio with me, JD. We have a problem with steel. Okay, there's not enough of it, and there's too many trains to fit in here. So I'm attempting to fix both in the same hit. Well, one of them at least this episode. First thing is we're just going to put a stacker in. Because that solves the whole too many trains things. And luckily enough, I've built enough stackers that I can just go and steal one. Shit, it's too big. Check. Didn't count on that. Okay. Let's do it that way then. Hook that on there. Please tell me I signaled it the right way. I did. Good. Because that would piss me off if I screwed that up as well. Stacker output there, and you can just loop up into this bit of rail here. Really? Oh, bots, clean faster. Signal. Okay, so I've got a stacker. It's far from ideal, but yeah, it'll work. Come on, bots, finish building it. So now all I gotta do is get the trains off the old line, and the quickest way to do that is turn that station on and that station on. And then we can rip up all of this. Come on, go faster, train. I'm going to rip up the track from underneath you. Go faster! Why can't you move down to there? You can. You just took ages to think about it. Yeah, this is one of the problems we're having. Trains are sitting there with indecisive moments for far too long. Rip that signal up. And then set these back to enable disable. Alright. One problem solved. New problem. This is a loop. They can come in, they can go through, and they can go out. Which is causing trains only occasionally, and normally it's my fault because I've put my own personal train down and I've jumped on the wrong track, and it's decided, you know, I want to go to this track, and I've put myself on one of these two. Thanks, autosave. So, because the steel smelter has access to 2 tracks this side, but all 4 on the outtake, I'm coming in, I'm going through the stacker out here, and I'm going onto one of these other tracks. Going north, and then I've got to loop all the way around the map and come back down. Which is a pain in my ass. So we're going to fix that as well. How we're going to fix it, I'm not sure, but we're going to fix it. Alright, first things first. Change that. Yeah, we're going to change those tracks. Now we got the input, but we don't have an output. So we're going to build a new track for the output. And what we're actually going to do is we're going to have the output come up and above. Yes. That's how we'll do it. Because at the moment steel trains are coming out here. And they're sometimes turning left. Actually, they're always turning left because they have to. And then they're coming up here and they're turning left again and they're getting stuck behind these iron trains. Like, right like that one. So in theory... Yeah, we have two minds about this. Because they can get stuck here or we could dump them on the main line down here. But the catch is they could get stuck behind an iron train getting into the iron smelter. And they could also get stuck turning left here. You're going to steal from purple steel. Purple steel. Purple steel. You've come out. You've gone left, no, right down here. And somehow you've got all the way up to here to come... No, because even then you can't come down. You've done a full loop of the map or something. Oh. Yeah. See? Train logic in giant air quotes. Alright. So that's iron trains in. Which is very heavy as well. No, look, let's spit it out the top. We'll spit it out the top and hope for the best. So we need chain signal, chain signal. We then go straight up. Of course, right where a signal is. Can I? Yes, I can still signal it. No. There. They're technically too close together for me to signal them. Bugger. Yeah, this is why we have standardized gaps on our train tracks. And of course, I try and go back and reinvent the wheel. Alright. You go to there. You and you. Actually, you're a full signal. You can come all the way down to here, train. And we want you. No. You. So you can go to there. You. Full signal, full signal. Yeah? That looks about right. Bit of track we can get rid of. That's the 4 lane. We don't need G, whatever G was. Turn off that stuff. Turn off beacons. Turn off the belt. Yeah, we should be able to just line it up off those two. Nope. Chain signal. That's slightly important. Bring this up higher. I forgot to mark the blueprint. That's okay. Put down that chain signal and we're good to go. Go away, trees. No wildlife shall remain on this map. And then we want to go on to... In theory, we could choose just the middle lane. But let's do all the lanes just in case. Because I haven't decided where steel's going to go yet. Please tell me I'm not standing on the train track. Good. Because technically it's now live. Oh. Okay, it's live, but because I fucked up the signaling, the train's not moving. Alright, that goes there. That goes there. Output, 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 output. Output, 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 output. Southbound, which should be fairly empty. That signal, that signal, that signal, that one, that one, that one, and that one. Done! Now we need is a signal right about there. Okay! Steel fixed. I have the internal bots clear off that mess, which will auto go to trash anyway. That just means I've got to come pick up the rest at some stage. Same as I've got to pick up this track at some stage. Okay, so steel now works somewhat. Stacker, no longer a loop. Oh, hang on. You can only get in for those two tracks. You can only get in from those two tracks. You should only get out to those two tracks. Crap, I gotta run onto the train lines to remove that. Done. Okay. Steel's happy. Happier. Next. Next was our low density structure problem. Which I have a very interesting solution for. And it's one of the reasons I've already ripped up this smelter and this smelter. They had nothing, no iron plate, iron ore in them. This one's still got a heap of each. So I've just deconstructed it, knowing full well the bots will slowly fill it in here, which will move through the daisy chain, which will then go to... Oh! No, hang on. Not that one. That's a real one. You've got positive ore currently. No, it's not making it further. It's getting to about here and the bots are just using it. No, that made it down. Some ore's making it. Yeah, that one disappeared off to be used. So, some ore will get used. Lots of it will, well, some of it will get pushed down through the trash system. Maybe end up at home base. Most of it will get used. Bots, clear that up whilst we're here. That's probably what I have. I probably have a lot of deconstruction orders out there. Which is costing me UPS, but, it's not a vast amount, and I have bigger problems on my plate. Much bigger problems. Like, how the hell could I not calculate that I needed... steel. I need 1,436 furnaces. Just dedicated to making steel. Like, how is that for ridiculous? So, my cockeyed solution is get in a place first. In a position first. Go away, trees! Is to come to about here and get stuck. So rocket control units don't need steel. But low density structures do. So the first thing I'm actually going to do, which I'll do off camera, is deconstruct this and this, put this one up here and this one down here. So the steel is this becomes the steel line. Then I'm going to reverse the steel line. So I end up actually feeding steel in this way. Then I'm going to have to build a stacker or something. Or maybe even move the trash and the fuel trains to the top, because I can do that. And turn this into a row station. I don't know. And I'm going to have its own dedicated steel smelter. Because the damn thing needs 30,000 steel per minute. We went over that. So that means I'm going to have a train in here every 90 seconds. Which means I need to fill up these trains every 90 seconds. Now, our current steel smelters... We've got one that's running. There to there. Is slightly broken. This mass is wrong. And actually, no. This mass is pretty close. It makes 6.6 thousand steel per minute. Yeah, and I had 7 smelters that were currently without orders because they were lacking iron ore or for whatever split seconds. Yeah, like that one. He's not actually making steel because... Yeah, because these beacons are slightly off and that needs to be fixed all the way through, which I didn't find out about till I found out about this problem. Yeah, I screwed up the beacon placement on all of these. Just for that one row there. It only applies to the steel ones, so... no, that one works. So this row of steel... Crap, where are we? That row of steel, that row, and that row. Yeah. So yeah, as I said, I've learnt some mistakes. But yeah, one of these pumps out 6.6 thousand per minute, and we need 30,000. So it means basically I have to build 5 of these, or build a whole new design, which is what I'm actually leading towards. And at the same time, because our time usage stats are so high at 4 for trains, I'm actually going to design new trains and put this on its own separate network. So we'll build a new main line down, and we'll come down even lower, I guess, and come get, you know, all these iron stashes all the way down here. That's the plan. So there'll be an iron-only dedicated line coming up here, just doing iron, nothing else. And yeah, we're going to go nuts. We got 3 12-3s. I'm thinking like 12, at least 12 cargo wagons, 6 engines, and 12 cargo wagons. And I'll explain that as I sort of get into the actual building of it, which will probably... Oh no, we've got a bit of time. So, still rubbish everywhere. Bots, you're not doing a very good job. No, it's steel. I can't do that. I need to actually plan this shit a little bit better. So it was designed that... I know, I admit, I should have planned ahead and made sure I had their name ready, but I didn't. Somebody posted that they saw on Reddit, and honestly, it's a really, really good compact design, which is exactly what I'm looking for. Mine works. There's nothing wrong with it. It works. It's just inserter heavy. Mine looks like that and that, with beacons there. And I'm doing steel box, requester, passive, and pass through like bugger that. So that works. Their one was I gotta get the placement right. their one featured long-handed inserters. So they went there, long-handed output. And then went output, input, long-handed. So this one takes iron ore, 500, turns it into iron plate, which then turns it to steel, which then outputs it. Which is like, it's as far as I'm concerned, it's a genius build. It is, hang on, that one, I think, I don't know. Yeah, that's right. It's 4 tiles high compared to my 5. It's the same width, and that means for Robo Network, robot network coverage, mine, I can fit 3 lanes, and on this last one, I've got to put all the output like right at the bottom. I've got to put the pass-through at the bottom. Theirs, I should... blueprint time. Get rid of that. I think we can only fit 2. And that was maybe the potential to no, it fits 3. Well, there you go. So, there... Mine. Let's start with my one. So, my one, we covered the bottom smelters plus a square. Bottom smelters plus a square. Their one, being slightly more compact, covers the bottom smelters plus, what, 3 squares? Yeah, 3 squares. So it's slightly more compact, slightly less bot travel. It'll all add up. At least that's my hope. And yes, I still need to work out how big the trains are going to be and where the hell I'm going to put them. But yeah, you know, one problem at a time. There's going to be no preferential way to do requesters to passive providers. Just because the way the build's inherently done. Because you got passives at one end. Oh, yeah, look, we could end it on a passive. That's probably not a bad idea. Just to sort of minimize bot travel a little bit. That. Nope. Yep, there. And sound stop because I'm doing this all via map view. And it's far away. So yeah. That's the theory list. I need to still work out train tracks and everything else, which I will do between episodes. But that's the design idea. And you're not going to tell me, are you? No. Yeah. I'm going to have to work out train lengths and everything else before we work out how many stations we need. But I'm really hoping... don't know. It'd be nice if I could get it down to... we need 30,000 iron. It would be nice if I could build a setup with big enough trains that I'm literally loading up like, I don't know, 8 trains worth in a smelter. We'll see. There'll be some tweaking going on. But yeah, this is where I'm going to leave. What episode are we up to? 147? Wood full. Bugger. Make some landfill. Still full. Yeah. This is where I'm going to leave it. This is episode 147, I think. I still need to work out how to power the whole thing, which is going to be interesting. No, that powers without too much hassle. I think. Don't know. I do know my inventory is now chockers. Auto trash. Woods. Yeah, like I said, I'm going to leave it here for this episode. Thank you guys for watching, as always. I should see you guys in the next episode where hopefully I've built some sort of crazy smelter, which I just realised I need to probably turn 90 degrees so it goes up and down. And rearrange all this somewhere between episodes as well. And yeah, things to do. We are going through worker speed 19. And like, it's not as if the base is off. We are moving a decent amount of material. Unfortunately, just with our steel problem. Yeah. And science packs are not exactly coming in evenly. Yeah, not at all. But yeah, like I said, I'm going to leave it here for this episode. I'm pretty sure I said that for 3 times now. As always, down the bottom, comment section, you can tell me what you think, ask any questions. Call me an idiot for not realising that I had vastly underbuilt steel, I don't know, 50 episodes ago. Yeah, and ask, well, make any suggestions as to how you think I can make a crazy smelter. And what size trains you reckon I'm going to end up doing. Because, frankly, I don't even know. I do know I'm putting the locos in the middle. But I'll explain that when I make an outpost for this thing. Yeah, it's a little bit convoluted. But hopefully it works. As always, thank you guys for watching. Hit like if you're liking how much I'm fucking things up. Hit subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye.